Hi learners! Once again, I am Mom Sharnes, your English 5 teacher, and welcome to our English class. In this video, you'll learn about modals. You might be thinking, what are modal verbs? Modal verbs are the helping verbs or the auxiliary verbs that are used with the main verbs. It gives different moods or meaning to the main verbs or action words. It tells us what is the modality of the action or the main verb. Example, we can keep our surroundings clean. In this, the speaker is saying an ability to do something. The word can expresses an ability to do something. Another example, we should keep our surroundings clean. In this sentence, the speaker is in a way of obliging the other person to do the task. There is a sense of responsibility to the action when we use the modal verb should. We must keep our surroundings clean. In this sentence, the modal verb must is in a way of commanding or ordering the other person to do something, and the listener is strongly obliged to follow. Here are the characteristics of modal verbs. They never change their form. That means you cannot add s, ed, or ing or any suffix after modals. Example, she can dance very well. You cannot say she can dance very well, or you cannot also say she can singing. There should be no suffix after modals. Next, they are always followed by the base form of the verb. Example, my mother will cook our dinner tonight. The modal verb is will, and it is followed by the main verb, cook. You cannot say, my mother will cook our dinner tonight, or my mother will cooking our dinner tonight. Another characteristics of modal verbs is that they are used to indicate the modality, which allow the speakers to express a mood, such as permission, ability, obligation, prohibition, lack of necessity, advice, possibility, or probability. Here are the list of modal verbs. We have may or might, must or must not, can or could, should or ought to, would, will, shall, need or need not. Functions or uses of modal verbs. Can or could is used to express a fact, ability, suggestion, permission, or request. Example, I can run fast. In this sentence, the modal verb can expresses an ability to do something. The word can express an ability that the speaker can run fast. On the next sentence, on the other hand, I can't run fast. It expresses lack of ability or inability to do the action. This is the opposite of the word can. Can't is short for the word cannot. I can't run fast, or the speaker does not have the ability to run fast. Next, could you help me? The modal could expresses a request. Could you help me? Can I play outside? The modal verb can is asking for permission. In here, the speaker is asking for permission if he or she can play outside. Can or could also used to express a fact or suggestion. Example, sunlight can make plants grow. You could take it or leave it. In this sentence, the speaker is expressing a suggestion. You could take it or leave it. The next modal verb is may or might. We use may to express a formal permission or request, and we use might to express a possibility. You may start working here on Monday. In this sentence, the speaker is expressing or granting a permission to do the action. The speaker is giving the permission to start working. Our boss might help you in your problem. In here, the modal verb might is expressing a possibility. Our boss might help you in your problem. He may not understand it. The modal verb may not is the opposite of may. May I borrow your English book? The speaker is requesting to borrow her or his English book. Must or must not. We use must to express a strong command and must not or need not for a strong prohibition. We can also replace must with need and have to. Example, you must not forget to take your medicine. The modal verb must not is expressing a strong prohibition to not forget to take the medicine. You need not forget to take your medicine. We can use the word need not to replace the word must not. The short word for must not is mustn't. We must stop when the traffic lights turned red. Modal verb must is expressing a strong command to do the action. We can also use we need to stop when the traffic lights turned red, or we have to stop when the traffic lights turned red. Next modal verb we have shall, should, and ought to. We use shall, should, and ought to express a formal suggestion, advice, or obligation. Example: shall is used when the speaker is sure to receive a positive answer to the question. We only use the subjects I or we in this modal. Shall we proceed on our meeting? This expresses a formal suggestion. The modal verb should, on the other hand, is used when the speaker is unsure or not sure to receive a positive answer to the question. It is also used to give advice. Should I take you home? It expresses a suggestion. You should wash your hands regularly. In this sentence, the speaker's mood is giving an advice. Tony shall finish his homework. This sentence expresses obligation to do the action. I ought to obey the law. I ought to obey the law. It expresses an obligation. The formal way of expressing an obligation. We use shouldn't to give advice about something that is wrong or unacceptable. Shouldn't is short word for should not. Example: they shouldn't talk loud in the library. Shouldn't expresses an advice not to do the action. You shouldn't forget to wear a face mask when going out. Shouldn't is also expressing an advice. Will or would. It is used to express future actions, express a polite wish or request, order, and prediction. Example: I will see you soon. It expresses a future action. Will you come to my party? It expresses wish or request to come to the party. You will tell me the truth. Or you can say, you would tell me the truth. The speaker is ordering or commanding someone to do the action, and that is to tell the truth. I think it will rain today. The speaker is making a prediction. I guess you would look gorgeous on that red dress. The speaker is also making a prediction. Would or wouldn't also express past habitual actions. Wouldn't is short word for would not. It provides information of some past activities. Example: my daughter would play Barbies with her friends when she was a child. The modal verb is would, and this sentence expresses past habitual actions or a habitual actions in the past. When I was a child, I wouldn't eat vegetable. In this sentence, the speaker is saying that in the past, He would not eat vegetables. Modal verb would can be replaced by the phrase used to. Example, my daughter would play Barbies with her friends when she was a child. It can be replaced by my daughter used to play Barbies with her friends when she was a child. When I was a child, I wouldn't eat vegetables. It can be replaced by when I was a child, I was not used to eat vegetables. It just expresses that the action is no longer applicable in the present. Remember, learners, these are the modal verbs. We have must, need, must not, can, could, may, might, need not, should, or ought to. And that is it for our lesson today. I hope you learned something in this video. Once again, I am Mom Sharnes, your English 5 teacher. Till next time, class dismissed.